Hare Krishna, Mataji, you can please go ahead.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Hari Radha Madhava
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, one thing I've noticed this few times, when you sing only, especially Jai Radha Madhava, for example, your audio gets off. I don't know. Yeah, so we cannot hear. At least I cannot hear. Okay. If you can start from the beginning. Yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji. Let me know if you cannot hear again, Prabhuji.
What is that?
I'm saying if you cannot hear again, let me know. I will
Sure.
try to make it louder. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Janava Jaya Gopi Janava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivardhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Better, definitely, but still there is mild some audio lapse, but that's fine. No problem. Thank you, very good. Okay, so devotees, let us read the, let's see, let's read the auspicious Mangala Charan. Maybe I'm seeing our Bhashwati Mataji is there. Mataji, you want to recite the Mangala Charan?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Shila Prabhupada. Shiva Prabhuji. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesho Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Namami Hari Priye. Sorry. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhayeva cha patitanam pavanebhya vaishnavebhya namo namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Haribol Mataji, thank you very much for the wonderful reciting the Mangala Charan. So devotees, we are today our dear Karthik Prabhu, normally every other Wednesday, he leads the Bhagavad Gita discussion. I believe he is also having cold and coughs. We pray that he gets well soon. So we yesterday we had, not only yesterday, for the past 2 days, we had detailed discussion somewhat, because this is a very important verse and the purport is also quite long. So we spent almost 2 days. We understand that Krishna is saying those people who fall under this group category called su-kṛtino. Krishna has already mentioned this in chapter 4 in one of the verses, right? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dushkritam means the people who are impious, adharmic, atheist. They are not aligned with God's instructions or the understanding of God, Krishna. So Krishna says those kind of people, and then he further explains who are all the main categories under this su-kṛtino, the impious, the evil, the miscreants. Prabhupada is giving here the translation, miscreants. So there are 4: Muda, Nara Adama, Maya Aprata Jnana, Asuram. And the one, he says these 4 categories of people, they will not be able to understand Krishna. They will not worship Krishna. First of all, they will not even realize who is Krishna, or not for that matter. Krishna and God are one and the same. So when we say God, it's Krishna. When we say Krishna, it is God. So they don't have any God consciousness, not necessarily Krishna. So sometimes what happens, someone might be chanting about God, but they may not know about Krishna. That's a separate category. But here, the category Krishna is saying that they don't have any realization of God. So, but one thing we noted, Srila Prabhupada is very nicely explained in the purport, that even of all this, categories, even somebody like Nara Adama. Nara Adama means living entities. Adama means the lowest of that. So he's saying the lowest of such, mankind. There are many thousands of different types of human species, not just us. Our Shastra says there are 400,000 types of human species. And he's saying, Krishna, they are the lowest of that kind of a species. But even among them, there is a chance for them to understand Krishna. This Srila Prabhupada is saying that if they get connected, if they come in contact with a pure devotee, what an amazing opportunity. Even Krishna is saying that it is very difficult for them to understand him. Here, our Srila Prabhupada is an acharya, because he knows Krishna. He understands Krishna's instruction very well. He says even those categories, they have a chance when they come in contact with the pure devotee. That's an amazing thing. Like Narada Muni. Wherever Narada Muni went, whoever came in touch with him, in contact with him, they got elevated. They might be demons, they might be anybody. There is one quick illustration I can give from the Shastra only. Mrigari, the hunter. He was just not an ordinary, he was a very cruel hunter. The way he used to hunt animals, he used to not only, he won't even completely kill them, half kill. He will injure like a sadist, very violent. And one time, Narada Muni comes in contact with him, then he sees all these animals being tortured, not just killed, tortured, So then this Mrigari say, yes, this is what I do. This is what my family has been doing. And I like it. I enjoy when, all these animals suffer. I get pleasure, happiness. Then Narada Muni would, explain him. This is not the quality of a human form. He would talk about Krishna. And then Mrigari will say, then what will happen to my food? Where will I get food from? Then Narada Muni would explain, Supreme Lord is the controller of everything. Sarvalokam Maheshwaram. Surdam Sarva Bhutanam. He is the friend of all living entity. He will take care of you. He takes care of the animals. So won't he take care of you? So he says that you do one thing, throw away all this bow and arrow, just meditate upon Krishna, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and see what happens. And very soon what happens is he really starts meditating upon Krishna, he starts chanting, and guess what? Now this Mrigari, the very violent hunter, he becomes a sadhu. And there are thousands of people, they want to be his disciple. And they are offering him all kinds of food. So now he understands what Narada Muni meant. If you work for Krishna, Krishna will give you everything. Mrigari got very good name. Everybody started worshipping him. Actually, Mrigari was he was a nobody. And then his food is every day. Thousands of people used to bring him prasad. So what it means is that what Prabhupada is trying to say, even those lowest of the lowest, they have an opportunity if they get associated with the pure devotees. So devotees, before we go to the actual discussion of today, which is 16, I misquoted a couple of things yesterday, nothing too technical. I was talking about the scientists and the scholars and the literate and, those kind of people. I mentioned a name, Dr. Miller, who did the human genome thesis. Actually, the name it is not the correct name. The name is Francis Collins. I don't know where, somehow at that point, I thought it was Dr. Miller. But again, I refreshed my, I went and checked. It is Dr. Miller is also a scientist from the same NIH, National Institute for Health. But the person I was referring to was Dr. Francis Collins, who also wrote the book. Even though he was a scientist, he wrote a book called Languages of God. It's very unique, a scientist writing about God. So that is one. And then
Prabhuji, you said yesterday about the book by Miller.
Yeah, but the Miller is not the correct name. The correct name, the scientist name is Francis Collins.
So Francis Collins for the genome project by Francis.
He's the author. Yeah, he's the author of the book Languages of God.
Oh, he is the author. Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Miller is also there, but he is not connected with my reference yesterday. What I was. So anyhow, I thought I will just clarify. It's always better to know who did what, So, and again, there was a question by, I think, Shama Mataji yesterday about the Sri Yamunacharya Alabandharu. Alabandharu is Alavanda. Okay, it is V and D. It's the translation.
Yes. It's Alavandar, Prabhuji. In South India, we tell them Alavandar only.
And maybe I mentioned, because there are so many Yamunacharyas, I thought he was one of the Alvas, a disciple of Ramanujacharya. I was not very sure. So after the class, I checked that also.
Mm-hmm.
This Yamunacharya is before Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya influenced by his philosophy. So that is where he got this Visishta Advaita, meaning he did not accept Shankaracharya's, Advaita, that everything is Brahman, there is only one energy. He was the first one to, differentiate that. He said that it's not possible, it's not logical. There has to be something, about that, which is Ishvara. And then Brahman is also there, which we call as the Bhagavan. So he was the first one to come up with that. He was very powerful, great Acharya. Ramanujacharya was very inspired and influenced by his philosophy. Then Ramanujacharya became a big saint by himself. And then we follow Madhvacharya. So I thought I'll clarify two things.
Yeah, because Yamunacharya was also the spiritual master, I think so, for Ramanujacharya at first.
Fully, you are right, Mother.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, sir. Yes, I also, Prabhuji, read about Yamunacharya. He is the one who is this belongs to Sri Sampradaya, right? Prabhuji?
Correct.
That Yamunacharya. Yes, and the Yamunacharya, he had a kingdom. The king gave him that kingdom because he won that debate, and then he forgot, and then his grandfather Nath Muni brought someone, and then with that shark, what he likes a lot, but that way that his name is Mishra, and he brought him back to Sri Ranganath, right? That Yamunacharya, right, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not, I don't know much about Yamunacharya Alavandar, but I thought he was one of the followers of Ramanujacharya, but thanks for more details on him.
Yeah, it is not, Prabhuji. This Yamunacharya Alabandaru is Alavandaru. It is not Bandaru, it is Vandaru. I think he's different from Ramanujacharya, spiritual master, because they have not mentioned about anything about
He's not the spiritual master of Ramanujacharya, but Ramanujacharya was very inspired by Yamunacharya's philosophy. That is what I understand.
Is it Prabhu Yamunacharya?
Yeah. It
I
says
think
that, Ramanujacharya, he was very, he read all the Yamunacharya Alavanda's, philosophy of how there should be, there cannot be just one entity. Everything cannot be one. There must be a superior energy, which ultimately Ramanujacharya defined as Ishvara, and he said that is Lord Vishnu. Anyhow, we'll try to get more information on that, but I thought I'll just explain that, because yesterday we mentioned that he's a disciple of Ramanujacharya. So devotees, like here Krishna is talking about the four kinds of people. su-kṛtino, they cannot understand Krishna. The next verse is also very powerful, 7:16. He's going to talk about the su-kṛtino. Su-kṛtino means the pious people who follow the dharma. And he says these pious people, again, four categories. Let us read what are those. Devotees, as we normally do, why don't we read, three of the devotees can read.
I can start from.
Sure.
Catur-vidhā bhajante mam janāḥ su-kṛtino rjuna ārto jijñāsur arthārthī jñānī ca bharatarṣabha.
Haribol Prabhuji. Devotees, maybe Mataji, Shama Mataji, you want to read this?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read this. Catur-vidhā bhajante mam janāḥ su-kṛtino rjuna ārto jijñāsur arthārthī jñānī ca bharatarṣabha.
Very nice, Mataji. And maybe one more devotee, if you can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. I can read. Catur-vidhā bhajante mam janāḥ su-kṛtino rjuna ārto jijñāsur arthārthī jñānī ca bharatarṣabha.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Devotees, very quickly, this Bharatar is talking about the dynasty that is Bharat. Now, we should not get confused this with the Lakshman Ram, Lakshman, Bharat. We should not get confused. Ram, Lakshman is from the Treta Yuga of Ramayana, and here they are the beginning of the Mahabharata, and he is the son of Dushyant and Shakuntala. So that is why it comes a very, very, high, very prominent, pious, kingly family, royal family. That's why many times you would see Krishna calling Arjuna as bharatarṣabha, meaning, oh, you are coming in that lineage of Bharat, descendant of Bharata. But not to be confused with the Bharata from Ramayana. Okay. Both are very pious. Obviously, Bharata is brother of Lord Rama, but this Bharata is different. And but again, from this Bharat only, the name Bharat comes for India. I think in the constitution also, Bharat is named as the name for India.
Can I add some more thing for this Bharata Prabhuji?
Please.
This Bharat Maharaj, he left all the things and he went to the forest. And there, when he was dedicating his life as a mendicant, in tapasya, but he was fallen for a deer, where he got the next birth as birth of deer. And then he realized, because he was thinking of the deer, and that then he wanted to reconcile it, and then he started thinking he will take another birth called as Jada Bharat, I think. Is that correct, Prabhuji?
Perfect, Mataji. Yeah, that is very correct. It's very detailed, explained in Bhagavatam.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice, Mataji. So he comes. So he's what Krishna is doing is giving the background that Arjuna is not an ordinary person. He comes from a very, very royal background. His father is royal. His grandfather is royal. Everybody is, superior family heritage. So he's kind of glorifying him. So devotees, why not one of us read the synonym and translation?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Synonyms: catur-vidhā, 4 kinds of; bhajante, render services; mama, unto me; janāḥ, persons; su-kṛtino, those who are pious; Arjuna, O Arjuna; arthā, the distressed; jijñāsur, the inquisitive; arthārthī, one who desires material gain; jñānī, one who knows things as they are; also bharatarṣabha, O great one amongst the descendants of Bharata. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute.
Hare Krishna, Haribol Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful reading. The title of this chapter is Knowledge of the Absolute. So that is what a true jnānī is trying to find out. Who is the Absolute? Devotees, this purport is not too long, but I think it will be reasonable for 2 devotees to read. One devotee can read up to the Sanskrit verse, and the other one can read the other 2 paragraphs. Pavan Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah, I can go. Unlike the miscreants, these are adherents of the regulative principles of the scriptures, and they are called su-kṛtino, or those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral and social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. Out of these, there are 4 classes of men: those who are sometimes distressed, those who are in need of money, those who are sometimes inquisitive, and those who are sometimes searching after knowledge of the absolute truth. These persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. These are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange of the devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without the desire for material profit. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu defines pure devotion thus: Anyabhi Anyabhilasita Sunyam Jnana Karmadye Anavratam Anukulyena Krishnanu Sila Nam Bhaktir Uttanama. Uttama, sorry.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah,
No,
read.
please go ahead. Please go ahead. I was waiting for somebody.
Venkatesh Prabhu, you can read.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. When these four kinds of persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of a pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. As far as the miscreants are concerned, for them devotional service is very difficult because their lives are selfish, irregular, and without spiritual goals. But even some of them, by chance, when they come in contact with a pure devotee, also become pure devotees. Those who are always busy with fruitive activities come to the Lord in material distress, and at that time associate with pure devotees and become, in their distress, devotees of the Lord. Those who are simply frustrated also come sometimes to associate with the pure devotees and become inquisitive to know about God. Similarly, when the dry philosophers are frustrated in every field of knowledge, they sometimes want to learn of God, and they come to the Supreme Lord to render devotional service, and thus transcend knowledge of the impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma, and come to the personal conception of Godhead by the grace of the Supreme Lord or his pure devotees. On the whole, when the distressed, the inquisitive, the seekers of knowledge, and those who are in need of money are free from all material desires, and when they when they fully understand that material remuneration has nothing to do with spiritual improvement, they become pure devotees. As long as such a purified stage is not attained, devotees in transcendental service to the Lord are tainted with fruitive activities, the search of mundane knowledge, etc. So one has to transcend all this before one can come to the stage of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Venkat Prabhu, want to share some thoughts on this?
So, Prabhuji, according to my limited understanding, we can see that the definition of pure bhakti is not transactional, to be precise. So it's more of the goal is just to please the Lord and not expect anything to return. However, since folks like me who are just starting just starting to understand what bhakti is, so for them, there are multiple stages, and so also Krishna says that there are multiple kinds of personalities that try to approach him: the distressed, the one who's desiring of wealth, the inquisitive, who wants to understand about things in general, and the one who actually searches the true knowledge. So yes, Prabhuji, this is my small understanding.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, your understanding is correct. let's take some more thoughts and comments, and we can discuss a little more in detail. Okay, devotees, what is Krishna saying here? Obviously, he's calling them as pious. He's not criticizing them or condemning them, because they're approaching Krishna, first thing, in a very positive way. They are following they're not doing anything against the Shastra. They are not doing anything against adharma. They are only doing good karma. Yeah, they may have certain devotees. We all might have started our whatever little, at least for aspiring devotees like me, we fall into one of this category. Maybe sometime we were distressed. Sometime we wanted to know what's going on. Sometime we wanted material gain. So why not we share some thoughts, Prabhuji? How did I come to Krishna consciousness? How about that? Why don't we take a couple of comments? We'll see that we fall into one of this category. On Prabhu, why do we come to Krishna? Or why did we?
I feel we, at least myself, I am right now in the inquisitive stage to find out more about this. But most of us, or most humans, fall under 4 categories, trying to ask for either, when in distress, when they need a savior, or when they desire some wealth, or when they are inquisitive, and who is searching for true knowledge or the knowledge of the absolute. In our case, probably, at least I can say I am starting in the inquisitive phase, and hopefully I can get to the last phase over here. But all of them, if they are in a pious mode, following the scriptures, they are still decent human beings.
That's a good understanding, Prabhu. When we say devotees, it's a very broad group. Prahlad is a devotee. Arjuna is also a devotee. There are so many acharyas and devotees throughout the Shastras. Not all of them are same, even though they all fall under the group called devotees. Srila Prabhupada is a devotee. Our Guru Maharaj is a devotee. We are all, I think I would definitely consider myself as only as an aspiring devotee. We are not there. We are still, even after you become a devotee, there are at least 9 steps to become a pure devotee, which is, the topmost. You get rid of all the anarthas, you become asakti, you create the bhava, then the final stage is Krishna prema. That's it. There's nothing else. Just Krishna, serve Krishna, and thinking about Krishna all the time. That is a very, very advanced level. Some of us may be there, but I'm not there. So we have to go see how we can slowly improve ourselves. That is all Krishna consciousness about. Suddenly from ladder 1 to the final ladder, we cannot reach there. It's a step-by-step process. Association of devotees, rendering service, getting rid of all the unwanted mundane activities in our life, anarthas, developing a ruchi, a taste. Devotees, we all have developed some taste to attend the Bhagavad Gita class. It's not that whoever is leading is not an expert or anything like that, but at least the content is so nectar, Krishna. So whoever talks about Krishna, it automatically becomes very sweet, And we have the purport and the translation or details from Srila Prabhupada. He's a pure devotee. He fits into this, to the classification of pure devotee. But one thing, devotees, I would like to mention, we can take some more comment. We should never criticize this group. Please be careful. This is my humble request. Because sometimes after we take up Krishna consciousness, we start criticizing, or oh, he is going to temple, he is worshipping this form, that form. Those are all later on. First, if a person is entering a temple, that means Krishna is going to get connected with Krishna. It may take one day, it may take 1 year, it may take one birth, or Manushyanam Sahasrasri. It may take several births, but that's a gateway. We should never close that gateway or criticize that gateway, because they are not su-kṛtino. They are su-kṛtino only. At least they have that much of a knowledge, intelligence, a mood to approach Krishna. Yeah, we don't want wealth, but sometimes we may be forced to look for some wealth for various reasons. At that time, we may not have the full knowledge that I want a house. Yes, at that point, I have to take care of my family, and I need a loan, right? And we are in distress. Sometime the interest rates are high. Your income may not qualify for the amount of loan you wanted. You like really that house. These are all okay. Krishna says, with a pious mind, if you approach him, then when you become a devotee, the process is the same. Still, you have to go to a mortgage company, get a loan. But now you'll be thinking, wow, I'm going to make this home as a very nice temple. I'll invite all the, senior devotees. I will invite all the sadhus. I'll make them stay in my house. I'll make Krishna Katha available to everyone in Tampa. That's the mood. Otherwise, the process is the same. Everybody has to get in a house. In the material world, we have to do certain steps, But the mood, the attitude changes. That's very important. So, devotees, let's take a couple more comment, thought, realization. What do you all think? How did we all come into Krishna consciousness? I'm not able to see all the names. How about Namananda Prabhu? Will you please enlighten us, Prabhu? You are a very experienced senior devotee.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm not senior, Prabhu. I'm learning. Prabhu, wonderful discussion, and also this is very good topic, and also it is about honesty to acknowledge all these things like what you are telling. Yes, Prabhu, I completely agree that yes, like previously, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we probably would ask different demigods or different other god, give me this, give me that, and I'm praying for this, or going to temple with basically a list of things that we want from God. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, yes, Prabhu, we still need things to survive, to serve Krishna, to serve devotees. Then it changes the way we ask Krishna, if you desire, can we have this? Or if you desire, may I have this to serve the devotees well, or to serve my deity, or other way, to support the family, even because everyone in the family is also a devotee. Serving the family is also a serving devotee, Prabhuji. So it changes, Prabhuji. Yes, absolutely, we need things in this material world. And Prabhupada says, do not renounce anything, but use everything in the service of Krishna. So we have to make sure, whatever we have to use in Krishna's service. I may have a good car, I may have a good house, I may have good connections with people. Am I using this for the service of Krishna, for the service of devotees? That is the most important thing, Prabhu. Yes, someone may doctor, someone may they may have good connections in hospital or other. Someone may have political connections. Are we using those in Krishna service or not? That is the most important thing, Prabhuji. Even Dhruva Maharaj at first, he asked for a bigger planet, even bigger than Brahma's planet. That's what he asked for. That's why he started praying to Krishna. But when he get when he met Krishna, when Krishna came there, like he was asking, like, oh, what foolish thing I was asking, and I was asking all these things, but I do not need anything. But Krishna knows what we need or what we do not need. Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. That is my two cents.
Excellent, Prabhu. Very nice reflection. And the reference of Dhruva Maharaj is very, very important. Dhruva Maharaj, of course, he was very young, 5, 6 years old. And he thought he was being completely rejected by his own father. And his goal was to become very, very prominent, even bigger than his father, began from his grandfather, ultimately even higher than Brahma. That was his goal. A young, 5-year, 6-year-old boy. Sometimes they may not understand the full magnitude of their problem or issue. But anyhow, again, even in Dhruva Maharaj's case, he came in contact with the pure devotee Narada Muni. And Narada Muni tells him, hey, you are a young boy, just go and, spend time with your mother. Don't, these are all, Narayana is, you may not be even able to find him. But Dhruva Maharaj was very persistent. He said that, no, I have to go to Lord Narayana. Then he gives him that, mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, very, very powerful. It's only 3 words, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or 3-4 words. But it is so powerful because it connects. That is what is Krishna. That is what is Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu. And young Dhruva will just meditate upon, at that time also his goal was to become only powerful, superior than his father and grandfather. So that is that's the power of a pure devotee. I think here, Srila Prabhupada, as long as such a pure is not attained, where does he say that one? This one. Even some of them, by chance, when they come in contact with a pure devotee, they will become devotee. So this is a process, this catur-vidhā bhajante one. Krishna is accepting this category as pious, and we as devotees should not criticize this particular group. They may have this entire 99% of the world falls into this group. People have so many needs. Artha means artha, meaning the distress. Jijñāsur is the inquisitive. And arthārthī is the one who desires material gain. Devotees, the entire Shastra, the Vedic Shastra, one of the main philosophy is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This is the philosophy for material world. You have to know this and ultimately you go with moksha. We are not so much concerned about artha and kama, but everybody, starts only there because we are in the material world. So let us see who else can share some more thought. I'm not able to see all the names, but maybe Raghu Prabhu, you want to share something?
Okay. I guess I could say that I might fall into the inquisitive type because for most of my, although I was exposed to this through my father, but he was in India and I'm here. And I was going on with my daily, he gave me the Bhagavad Gita, he gave me the beads, and encouraged me to chant, but I really didn't do much because I was so busy with just work. But then after I retired, when I came here, then I associated with Shubha Prabhuji, and that's when it really triggered. And then he was leading the Bhagavatam class, and he asked me to attend that. And once I started attending that, then I started understanding more and more, and that all that's helped me a lot. And I'm not there yet. There's still a long way to go, obviously, but at least I'm more committed to it. trying to understand more and more, and at the same time to do the rounds and associate with devotees and so on. So in a nutshell, that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Very nice, Prabhuji. That's a good reflection. Dear devotees, our Raghu Prabhuji's father is an initiated devotee in the Gaudiya Parampara. Am I right, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So Haribol to, his father, his family, because we are talking about his father. I think his father left the material body maybe a few months or a year ago.
Last year.
So, but getting initiated at that time and chanting the names of the Holy Lord, it's an amazing, amazing family background. Haribol Prabhu. And Raghu Prabhu will be leading the Bhagavad Gita class tomorrow. Haribol.
With the help of all the devotees. Thank you.
So, devotees are the main here. So, devotees, why not we take one more comment on this? It's not necessary you have to fall into one of this category, but we can easily relate all this thing. We had needs, material needs. Today also we need material needs, but we try to connect that with Krishna. What am I going to do? I need a much bigger home. I need a good car. But is it for show? Or is it just to impress somebody? Or just for my sense gratification? Or is it something I can use it for spiritual purpose also? Can I bring a couple of devotees to satsang? Can I have a big home, invite some people for our Bhakti Viksha program? Devotees, if you can distribute one Bhagavad Gita, it is so much of seva to Krishna. Krishna will be the most pleased. Krishna says everybody cannot do book distribution. Everybody cannot preach. He says only certain level of people can preach who has got full faith in Krishna. The pure devotees who are at least in that process. So it's a great opportunity for all of us that preaching, distributing Bhagavad Gita, whatever little we know, we may not know much, devotees, honestly, because this is all coming from Krishna, unlimited knowledge, Vedic knowledge. But like a small child blabbering, we can blabber, given our Prabhupada has given how to blabber also. So we can at least, whatever Srila Prabhupada has given, we can repeat that. And Prabhupada was so humble. He said that I did not write all this thing. Krishna only wrote. And only all the acharyas, whatever, I have learned from my Guru Maharaj and his Guru Maharaj in the Parampara. I'm just only acting like he used to say, I'm acting like a mailman, which is not true. Prabhupada was very, very elevated, very advanced. All this purport is all amazingly classic. But he used to say, I'm like a mailman. I just bring the information given by all this acharya from Krishna. I'm just giving it to the other devotees. So that is the mood of a pure devotee. Devotees, why not we take one more comment? Your personal realization.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, please go.
Regarding your prescribing that distribution of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji, but I don't know ABCD regarding this. But usually I used to go some hotel in nearby our house, Prabhuji. There, some children were there. They were also eating in hotel. I don't know how I have entered into this. I requested to the children, are you going to read Bhagavad Gita or I will give you Bhagavad Gita. They said, they asked me, Prabhuji, what is the fees of to tell Bhagavad Gita classes? I got a very, very this one. I said, you will not give any 1 rupee. Please come to my home and I will teach the Bhagavad Gita. I am not the proper devotee Prabhuji at the time, even though some prerana in my mind. So I gathered nearby our house children, irrespective of caste and religion, Prabhuji. 30 to 40 members I have taught with my poor knowledge, and I have distributed Bhagavad Gita. Then I have given a chance to our children who will learn and by heart 20 shlokas. Then I will distribute Bhagavad Gita as it is ISKCON Bhagavad Gita. So 10 to 15 members, they have learned Prabhuji. So I have distributed Tulabhara Bhagavad Gita from our Anantapur ISKCON Prabhuji. I am having very, very happy. Then I have read in Bhagavad Gita, who will, just now you have told that who will distribute the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna will very, very happy. So I am sharing my happiness with you all, Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam.
Haribol, Prabhu. Very nice, Prabhu. All glories to your seva. Yeah, talking about Krishna. Jare deka tare kaha Krishna Upadesha. If you can do that, that is a great, that's the instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So very nice, Prabhuji. So devotees, maybe we can take one more. Shama Mataji, you want to say something about your Krishna consciousness journey?
Yes, Prabhuji. I come in the category of distress, Prabhuji. We were the members of ISKCON in Bangalore, and my son, actually, Pavan, he was the one who brought me to Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji. Yeah. And he gave me Bhagavad Gita, and he told, Mom, this is the best thing which Krishna will never leave you anytime, anywhere. And all the time he'd be 24/7 with you. So in this aspect, I think my son was my guru. Like I always tell him, then he tell, no, Mom, it is Krishna's mercy, he tells. But of course, yeah, I came in this category, Prabhuji, and at first I was not very particular, but as you and another thing is inquisitiveness, Prabhuji. I thought I wanted to learn more and more and know more about Krishna. And then I used to go to Columbus, and we had very good association with the Columbus people, like Prem Vilas, Prem Sindhu Prabhuji. And my son used to have satsang every week in his house in Dayton. So in that aspect, I became close towards the devotees, and I was really attracted for the simple method of associating with the devotees, having prasadam and exchanging our ideas and reading Bhagavad Gita. And they were narrating nice stories about Bhagavatam stories. And they used to give us homework also, how we have to, the homework. And in that aspect, I slowly had interest. And then, yes, Prabhuji, in this way, I came to Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji.
Amazing, Mataji. Very nice. Your son, Pavan Prabhu, is a great devotee. He is Prahlad. Because he gave you the Bhagavad Gita and the enthusiasm, motivation, and he's a great supporter for ISKCON Tampa also. We really, from our bottom of our heart, we thank you, your family, Pavan Prabhuji, for supporting us so much.
Yes, Prabhuji. Please pray for him, Prabhuji.
Oh, we always know.
Yes. Thank you.
So devotees, we are almost close to maybe a couple more minutes. Anyone else want to share their experience so far? Krishna consciousness, this path, is the original. This is nothing, superficial. It's a very spontaneous, automatic thing that happens to our heart. but it has been covered by so many other mundane things. So once if we come to this purity, immediately, we get attracted to that. That is what Krishna is saying, su-kṛtino. And then in the next verse also is going to explain little more among these 4 categories, who is even more elevated. That he will explain in 17. But maybe we can take one quick comment. Shalini Mataji, you want to say something?
So, Prabhuji, I actually, I came into Krishna consciousness. My sister and I and my parents, we went to the ISKCON temple in London a couple years ago, actually. And there I didn't know, so much about the Bhagavad Gita or anything. And I bought a Bhagavad Gita from there, Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. And I read it just, not really as a religious, scripture, but just casually read it. And I was attracted by it, but I wasn't taking classes, and I fully didn't even grasp all the concepts. But then I went to, I think one of the festivals we had of ISKCON Tampa, and that's when I came into association with Balram Siva Prabhuji, and he used to have, he still does, he has classes in Bengali. And when I started reading those classes, is when I really I enjoyed it, and I learned so much more than I did just reading the Bhagavad Gita. And now, if I don't attend these classes, I feel like my day is not complete. So thank you to ISKCON Tampa. Thank you for, taking the time and teaching us everything. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, very nice, Mataji. And devotees, Mataji is now a preacher. She is preaching to her father. Is it correct, Mataji?
I'm trying to, Prabhuji, but I don't know so much. I wish I could find him a better teacher.
No. It's the heart, pure heart. Purity is the teacher, Mataji. Because this is an infinite. Krishna is infinite. We may not know everything about him, but just the love that Krishna is everything and I belong to Krishna. If you can preach this, I think that's the best preaching anyone can do. Haribol to you, Mataji. Devotees, the time is 9. I would like to very briefly share one thing. I just got an information, a message. I used to have a consulting office, and I used to lease a space, quite a big space in Kansas City, Midwest for many, many years. And one person there, his name is Jose Sarmiento, originally from Colombia, not very educated. He used to take care of the building, the maintenance and the cleaning and so on. I had known him for almost, I would say, a good 15 years, an amazing personality, not very educated, but so helping. Seva, he will immediately do anybody and treating everybody equally. Pandita Samadharsina. He was a great, he was following Christianity. A very devout, he had so much faith in Lord Jesus Christ. And a very pure, good human being, devotees. And I got the message that he left his body. So if you're all great devotees, pure devotees, if you all can chant just one time for his onward spiritual journey, I think that would be very, very auspicious. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. So devotees, Krishna is going to walk us through amazing instruction, experience. And there is nobody better than Krishna, Rishikesha. So more to come. Please join every day. Tomorrow Raghu Prabhu will be there. We all will join. Okay, with that, I will conclude here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. ISKCON Tampa Sankirtana ki jai. ISKCON Tampa Bhagavad Gita study session ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hari Hari Hari.
ISKCON Tampa ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Mataji.
Dhanavad Pranam. Hare Krishna.